Otherwise, you will just wind up jumping off a cliff and suddenly being surprised that you can't fly. As long as you still hold on to the belief that you will not fly, it would be wise not to jump off the cliff.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I have various questions too, and you may have answered a lot of questions I have with her question.
That's all right. I haven't answered yours.
That's true. I know my passion.
And that would be?
Music.
All right.
But I have a difficult...
All right, now one moment before you go on.
Okay.
Remember also that we talk about the idea of following your passion, following your excitement, and also in this context today, the passion, the desire we're talking about is also for changing core belief. You follow me? Mm-hmm. All right, continue.
Well, the core belief I want to change is I've been a healer for 15 years, and
All right.
I'm angry.
You're angry, an angry healer.
That's right, Bashar. I'm feeling that anger.
A no-nonsense, knock-down, drag-out, angry healer.
Yes.
All right.
I'm ready to give it up.
Are you?
Yes, I want to, but it's the money. It's
the money.
Surviving.
No, surviving. Ooh, not even living. Surviving. Ooh.
And the funny thing is that I'm abundant right now.
I see.
I am being very well taken care of through my husband.
Yes.
But
That's a form of abundance.
Yes. But I want to find self-sufficiency.
Well, go right ahead.
And I want to go for my music. I want to let go of the healership.
Go right ahead.
But how?
However, I understand you are physical beings. Please pay attention to your true system of beliefs. I know you want to get to the core things and change these, but while you are holding on to certain beliefs, don't short circuit yourself by moving into something you say is your passion sooner than your belief systems are honestly ready to let you do. Otherwise, you will just wind up jumping off a cliff and suddenly being surprised that you can't fly. As long as you still hold on to the belief that you will not fly, it would be wise not to jump off the cliff. Or at least start climbing down the cliff. As long as you believe your belief systems can support you that far, you can start some level of your passion, but respect where your beliefs actually are, and that simply takes honest self-assessment to find out what those definitions are so that you're not fooling yourself into thinking you're truly ready to live your passion when you yourself have contrary beliefs about that. So it's all right to take your time, is all we are saying, as long as you respect where you're truly at with it. Now, if you really feel that you can take a bigger leap than you have before, then by all means take whatever leap you are comfortable with, but make sure it's simply as much as you possibly can do in the direction of your passion while respecting where you're really at. I'm not saying be hesitant. I'm saying have true recognition of what your beliefs will really allow you to do. Because sometimes when you take that leap and feel that you've gone through an experience where taking that leap has suddenly smacked you in the face like a brick wall, that experience itself is for the purpose of putting you in touch with other beliefs you may still be holding on to that didn't really allow you to take the leap you wanted. And so that's okay too. You follow me?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Just use the experience that way, and you will be using it, let's say, appropriately. Nevertheless, you want to do your music instead of your healing, although there isn't necessarily that much difference between the two, is there?
I'm not sure yet.
Well, is not healing vibration?
Yes.
Is not music vibration?
True.
Does not music heal?
True.
Well, you can still be a healer and be a musical one. Maybe you're just angry with yourself for not being the kind of healer you would actually rather be. Yes, no, maybe?
Yes. Well,
All right.
I'm also experiencing guilt with that because
Let's pile on the negative beliefs. Let's make it that much more difficult. Not only am I angry that I'm not doing what I want, but I'm also guilty about not doing it. Bad me, shame on me. Let's really pile on the difficulty level instead of just doing what I want. Let's spend more time processing all the things I want to judge about myself. Now, you understand, I'm not making fun of you, yeah?
I understand.
All right. However, sometimes humans are so easy to make fun of. We just can't help ourselves. Because we don't have TV. You put on quite a show, all of you. And we are more than happy to watch. However, this is an interactive show. So, what do you gain? And here's where we connect. Very good for asking the question, very good for making the statement. Brilliant, thank you. Here's where we connect to the idea of really exploring core beliefs, because, as we have said, the beliefs you hold on to, the definitions you hold on to because you want to. You never hold on. You will never, I guarantee it, believe me, you will never hold on to a belief or a definition, no matter how negative, that you don't define as working for you on some level. If you hold on to it, it's because you think it serves you to hold on to it. Because you've defined it in a way that says, as uncomfortable as it is to hold on to this belief, the alternative is scarier. So this makes me feel more comfortable, so I'll keep it, thank you. You will never hold on to that belief if you actually believed this was more advantageous. But if you're scared of this choice, you will think this is more advantageous, to hold on to what you know, to hold on to what you're familiar with. As uncomfortable as it may be, it's familiar, and sometimes that's why the symbol on the Enneagrammatic circuit, the last one is the unknown. Sometimes you define the unknown as scarier, and you'd rather have the familiar, as unpleasant as it is. And there it is again, another example of attaching definition to things. This is horrible, it's horrible, it's horrible. I can't stand it, I can't stand it, I can't stand it, but I can't stand that more. When you switch that idea, believe me, you will let go of this instantly and attach to that immediately. As soon as you change the definition of what actually serves you better, as soon as you get in touch with that core belief that going in this direction will actually be the best thing for you, you will immediately do so, and believe me, nothing will stop you. Nothing. Nothing gets in your way. Nothing gets in your way. Everything you're doing because you choose to do it, because you've defined it as the best thing for you to do by comparison to this other option. But if you know that other option could serve you, you simply have to get in touch with the rest of the definitions that don't allow you to automatically choose it, that don't allow you to feel that it would. And that's usually the definition that does that. Is this making some sense to you?
Yes, I just want to feel it so I can go.
All right. Well, as you say, first of all, you're angry about doing something that's not really who you are. All right, that's fine. Natural anger, shall we call it alignment, energy alignment, that's what it's doing. It's aligning you with your truth. Natural anger lasts about, 15 seconds. Anything beyond that is judgment. You understand?
Yes.
Natural anger is energy alignment. It's the recognition that a thing is not you by comparison. And you go, oh, no, not me. That's not who I am. But that's all anger actually is. If it lasts longer than that, that's where these other definitions of judgment come in. Oh, guilty. Guilty for not choosing this sooner. Now I'm really angry. And the guilt feeds the judgmental version of anger and perpetuates and magnifies that. And you spend your day going around in circles dealing with that, instead of simply using the anger in a positive way and say, oh, this version of healing is not who I am. All right, this is. And start moving in that direction, because you know that's who you are. And because you know that's who you are, you know that's what will support you. Because what excites you the most comes as a complete kit. Otherwise, it would be pointless. If what excited you the most couldn't support you in the reality you've chosen to be in, there would be no point in that being the thing that excites you. Because it wouldn't allow you to do that thing. It wouldn't allow you to continue to move in that direction if it didn't come with the ability to bring you what you need to continue to move in that direction. So you can even logic this out for yourself if that's the facility that works best for you, and recognize that there would be no reason for you to get excited about something if it didn't contain the ability to do that thing, to continue your excitement. Do you follow me?
I follow you.
Is this making sense and
I'm
dollars to you?
I'm feeling it, yes.
All right. Now, if the other issues come up, I'm unsure about this, I'm unsure about that, I'm not good enough for this, I'm not qualified for that, I don't know enough about this, I don't know enough about that. Do what you need to do to gain the information and experience that you need, knowing that that's not a path toward your excitement, that all those things are part of your excitement. They're just different perspectives, different variations of it. Different parts of the process of living your excitement. It's all living your excitement. And you can use even what you've been doing as part of your excitement, because it's finally brought you to a place where it's become clear what you are not. And sometimes people on earth have to simply figure out what they are by first figuring out what they are not. Sometimes it just works best that way for some of you, because now you know where you don't want to go. And that helps you really define where you do want to go. And if you worked it that way, bless it. It got you to this realization. So don't be angry with it. Don't be angry with yourself. Use it. Say, aha, freedom, release, insight, inspiration. The path I've been on, the things I've been doing have brought me to this realization. Hallelujah.
Gotcha. Thank you, Bashar.
If you don't use your life up to this point that way, it's like having a path of stepping stones and saying, I invalidate the stepping stones I have been walking on. If you invalidate them, if you judge them as unworthy of having been there, they will vanish experientially, and thus then how can they get you to where you want to go? How can they lead you to the rest of the stepping stones if you invalidate the stones you've stepped on?
I think it's the fear of crossing over and
Yes.
how I'm going to be supported financially
Yes.
to get to that level of my passion.
Yes.
I don't want to go to work at Mickey D's. And even though that my husband is supporting me, I keep thinking, I really want to let go of the massage.
Yes.
I do. I
All right.
have to.
Then
But-
do what you can in the direction of your highest joy, to the degree that your belief system will allow you to. Start there. Go as far as you believe you are willing to believe you can be supported.
Okay.
And don't discount any avenue that you really believe is a representation of your excitement in any form.
Okay.
But also, don't put conditions on yourself. You see, what you just did in that last sentence was bring up a flurry of belief systems and conditions. The only way I can get there and support myself is by working here or doing this job I don't like. I have to do it that way. No, you don't. But you have just revealed to yourself all the belief systems you have about that. So that's good.
Well,
You've just made yourself transparent, and now you can deal with why you are afraid to take that step. You are afraid to take that step because you have a definition that says you must do it in a way that is unpleasant for you, that is not preferred. But that's not necessarily an empirical truth. It's just your definition that says that. So get in touch with why you have that definition and why you've made it real, and make it unreal. Because it doesn't have to be real, does it? One of the wonderful, wonderful things that exists is that there are other people. Other people act as shining examples of what's possible. If someone else can do it, you can do it. Do you understand?
Yes.
That's why all of you, really, most importantly, can be examples to everyone else by really following your passion. Because when you see someone else do it, it's not that you have to do it exactly the same way, but if they did it, that means it's possible for you. If you have attracted yourself into their life, or at least attracted them into your life enough to be aware of them and what they've done, then be inspired by the fact that they've done it as knowledge that if you've attracted them into your life as an example, that's a sign, that's a marker that you've done that to show yourself you are capable of the same thing. So if they created abundance in their lives in a fantastically rich, effortless, fun, and playful way, so can you. If the example exists anywhere and you can see it or be aware of it, it means you're capable of the same thing, or the example would never have come into your life, because there are no accidents. Does that make sense?
Yes, it frees me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bashar.
This, and what we are talking about in this kind of dialogue, is not just a precursor to the idea of getting in touch with core beliefs. Everything we are saying has everything to do with really using this example, as we just pointed out in this last conversation, as an example of having your own dialogue at the same time, and using this and applying it to your own situation to get in touch with your beliefs and your underlying beliefs and your core beliefs. All of this is part of the process. We are not stepping aside from all the other information we're talking about. This is part of the information. These dialogues are part of the information, part of the process in action. So pay attention to that. Are there more clarifications and questions?
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Now, Bashar, you and I have had a lot of nows together since my first meeting.
Yes.
And there's been a tremendous amount of change in the evolution of my life and so forth.
Thank you.
And my question would be, is that since you have such an insight on me, both...
I do not have more insight on you than you do.
Right.
Remember that when we talk about the insights of you,
right,
we are actually simply reflecting back to you the knowledge your own higher self has of you.
Right. So is there anything that you could tell me at this particular time that would affect my creativity in a more positive level and accelerate some of the wonderment that I'm already experiencing?
Has not your own imagination recently come up with something in that category?
Constantly.
Well, what more do I need to tell you if you find that your imagination is working just fine?
Just to have another opportunity to sit here and talk to you.
Oh, all right. Well, then I will tell you that your imagination is working just fine. Bravo. Does that help?
That does help. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks again.
And you, for the first time.
Hail to you, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
This is EA.
Hello.
Hello. I am the extraordinarily...
Oh, one moment.
Okay.
In our ancient language, which we no longer use because we are telepathic, EA means whatever. Really, more precisely, it means it could go any way at all. It is a nodal point of balance of neutrality in which anything can happen. Anyway.
Sounds like one of those moments.
Yes. And so?
So we have a project that we have been blessed to steward.
Oh, all right. How exciting.
And that project is called the Pyramid Project.
Can you define your project?
A personal growth acceleration center
Yes.
that is franchisable around the world.
Franchisable.
Sustainable in a financial way as well as a...
As all excitement is.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed.
The channeling my higher self
Yes.
to my current self, I'm looking for insights, direction with regard to networking, financing, and identifying the first 3 locations for this project.
And your imagination has so far told you what?
Billionaires.
All right. Are you going to go have a chat with some of them?
I've sent them emails.
Have they responded?
Not as of yet.
All right. Are you talking to them as an equal or as a less than?
From my perspective,
Yes.
ooh, that's a good question.
Thank you. We sometimes ask them.
We would hope indeed as equals.
You would what? Hope?
Touche.
Thank you. What would an equal do? How would an equal act?
By sharing the opportunity to create something beyond ourselves.
All right. And by taking whatever actions you are able to take, and then simply allowing whatever happens to be what needs to happen, and moving on with whatever else you can take action on. And not waiting, and not holding your breath, and not thinking that if you don't have them, you don't have what you need. Let them come to you. Let whatever needs to come to you. Let whoever needs to come to you along the path of least resistance by not waiting for them. Make
Yay.
sense?
Perfect.
Put it out in the best possible way as an equal, behaving as an equal, offering an opportunity as an equal, then move forward, move on in whatever way you can, and let equals respond as equals when and where they wish to. But whether they do or not, you don't care. Whatever. I have done what I need to do to express who I know I am. I don't do that because I think I will get a particular result. That's conditional. I do it because that's who I am. I can't help myself. It's unconditional regardless of anyone else's response. That's just who I am, and that's just what I gotta do. Not because I expect a certain reaction to it. But if I just do what I gotta do, I know the appropriate response will be there, even though it may be different than what my physical mind thinks it ought to be. Pay attention to this idea, because this will really kick you to another level. Many times we know that many of you visualize the idea of your ideal reality. That's all well and good. But many of you are under the misguided assumption that that picture in your mind of the ideal reality is as good as it can get. From the higher mind's perspective, that's just the beginning. So why insist that the reality has to manifest only to the best that your physical mind can picture it, when in fact, that is just the starting point for the higher mind, and let the higher mind bring you something even better than you could possibly have imagined. Yes. You can use that as a template, as a starting point, but don't insist that that picture in your physical mind is as good as it can possibly be, because it's not. And the idea also is to understand that the physical mind is not designed to know how something is going to happen. It's only designed to know how something is happening and has happened. It doesn't have the ability to know how something is going to happen. The higher mind does that job. So all the physical mind has to do is say, this is what I believe is representative of the vibration of my true self. This is my preference as a state of being. Even though you have a representational picture, that's just a template. It's just a symbol to let the higher mind know you're in the proper state of being to receive whatever the higher mind will then attract to you, however it needs to, without you thinking you have to know how and trying to make it happen. Because when you try to make it happen the way the physical mind thinks it needs to happen, that's when the higher mind crosses its arms, taps its foot, and waits for you to get done doing a job you're not supposed to do. And let it do its job. Say, this is representative of the state of being. Just be in the state of being, and then allow the higher mind to bring it to you in whatever way, shape, or form it knows is best for you at that moment. Make sense?
Yes.
This is how to use energetic physics, and how to form a relationship with higher mind, with physical mind, through the idea of the brain that functions in a way that allows you to be a harmonious whole person. Because to be a whole person, you have to have physical mind and higher mind working in tandem in harmony. Otherwise, you're just, in a sense, half a person. So, allow yourself to act on your excitement by all means. Do so without the conditions and expectations that it must come out exactly as you pictured it, and allow the higher mind to bring it to you in a way that's even better than you imagine, by not imposing conditions on it. Make sense?
Yes.
Does this help?
Yes.
Why, thank you.
Is it in the highest spiritual purpose and good with regard to this project that I maintain an active role as its steward, or to hand it off?
Does it excite you more to be the steward than to hand it off, or vice versa?
Oh, indeed, to be the steward.
Well, now, even if you wind up not being the steward, the idea is that if that's what excites you right now more than any other choice, the point is, continue to act and take action in that direction. And if it actually is representative of your excitement that you ought not to be the steward, then moving in that direction will ultimately bring about a situation that will show you something else is more exciting. So in any case, the idea is that if you act on your excitement, it is not only the driving engine, but it is also the organizing principle that will actually demonstrate and reflect to you what actually really needs to be done by you and what doesn't need to be done by you. It's a self-contained, self-reflective, self-perpetuating process. But in the moment, if what you think is exciting is the only thing you can imagine is exciting, take action in that direction, because sometimes it's not about the fruition of that thing, it's about simply moving in that direction to put you where you need to be. And then something else may become more obvious, but you can't see that obvious thing if you're not in that state of being. And the only way to get into that state of being is to take that action in the direction of your excitement. Am I making some sense?
Absolutely.
Does that help you?
Yes.
Why, thank you.
Laughter, love, and light to you.
Happy steps to you.
Thank you.
Or whatever.